Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. A man who destroyed federal government property gets his sentence today. Also tonight, Finance Chief says not enough money for a desk audit. And as early as now, donations for the holiday season are being accepted. In sports, one of the 9 competitive sports to be offered next summer is flying already. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
I got my COVID vaccine. How about you?
আমার আছে কোভিড-19 টিকা আপনার আছে কি?
ได้รับวัคซีนโควิด -19 แล้วนะคะแล้วคุณล่ะคะได้รับวัคซีนหรือยัง
Tapos na po ako magpa-COVID-19 vaccine. Kayo naman po. Tapos na rin ba?
I did it. I did it for you.
Just do it.
Do it for us.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for my daughter.
Let's do it together.
And there you have it. McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, October 6, 2021. 6 months probation handed down in federal court for a Philippine national who attempted to steal cable from a government office.
Authorities say Jonathan Natura used an electronic card to access a Homeland Security investigation office, splice cable, and run service to his home. Docomo Pacific investigated the connection, and Natura reportedly admitted that he was the one that spliced the cable to provide services to his house. Natura was charged with willful depredation of government property. That was May of 2020. Natura represented in this case by attorney Robert Torres, who asked the court to consider probation of up to 1 year but keep his client out of jail. Judge Mona Manglonia sentenced him to 6 months of probation and a fine of $200. Natura is 45 years old.
$100,000 cash bail each for 2 individuals arrested for robbery. George Titano Lieto Jr. and Raymond Palacios have been arrested for a robbery incident that happened in San Antonio. A female victim called 911 after the suspect, later identified as Lieto, grabbed her brown Coach purse as she was walking outside her apartment complex to go to the store. Lieto was said to be wearing a white mask that covered his face during the incident. Another witness told police that a dark-colored Mazda sedan picked up Lieto after fleeing the scene. The witness was able to provide a license plate, which led to a violator stop minutes after police spotted the car. The driver was identified as Raymond Palacios. The 2 suspects were arrested and transported to the Department of Corrections. Judge Joseph Camacho charged Lieto and Palacios with robbery and conspiracy, bail set at $100,000. $50,000 has been set aside for desk audits on 2 law enforcement agencies, but Finance Secretary believes it will cost much more. In the fiscal year 2022 budget, the legislature appropriated $25,000 for the Office of Personnel Management to perform a desk audit on the Department of Public Safety and another $25,000 for a desk audit on the Department of Corrections. It did not specify if the desk audit will be a particular section or division, but the intent is to audit the staffing levels and evaluate if staff are placed in the correct job class. The Department of Finance is nearing the end of their own desk audit, and with the amount given for DPS and DOC, Finance Secretary believes that it is not enough.
I feel, based on my personal experience in the Department of Finance, it cost me about $20,000 to $25,000 per division.
Finance has 7 divisions, which means their desk audit must have cost at least $200,000. DPS is a big department with 8 divisions. DOC is quite smaller with only 112 full-time employees.
And corrections, you probably may be able to do that with $25,000, but I expect, the demand for desk audits is high.
Although Atilik says $25,000 is not enough, he says it's a good start.
But it's a good start. And so we will likely be working with the legislature and asking them to, appropriate more funds that can go into that project if that's what they're deeming an important audit to be done.
The kickoff campaign for the Toys for Tots program happened this morning at the Saipan Chamber of Commerce General Meeting. For the last 7 years, the Saipan Chamber of Commerce has been coordinating locally with the United States Marine Corps Reserve for the Toys for Tots program, which is a nationwide charity that brings hope, joy, and presents to children on Christmas Day. SEC Vice President Shane Villanueva states around 21,000 toys were collected over the years and have been distributed to children in Saipan, Tinian, Rota, and the Northern Islands. This year, the goal is to collect more. The Marines gave SEC $15,000 to buy presents at local businesses.
We will be looking at some of your businesses to come out there. I think we came out to Triple J, we went out to Joe 10. We went out to National Office Supply and things like that. So we'll be coming to you sooner so that we can utilize that and give you, some of that money back that is coming in from out of town. The Marines have definitely supported the program, and it's something that's a real large proponent, and it really does help the young and needy families out there. So we definitely appreciate every single one of you and all your corporate sponsorships and allowing us to put your boxes or our boxes in your area or our coin drops or other things like that. And then also donating your money or whatnot.
Last year, more than 3,000 toys were collected, despite being in a pandemic. Commanding Officer Colonel Christopher Bopp commends everyone who donated and participated in the program.
I am confident that this year will be no different, and I'm excited to be working with you all. Together, we can make this holiday season brighter for thousands of children and help spread a message of hope.
If you are interested in making a donation, you may visit local businesses around the island that have drop boxes later this week. The Chamber is working with the Associated Students of the Northern Marianas College, First Lady Diane Torres, and Second Lady Wella Palacios. CNMI residents, especially students, are encouraged to be active in a new initiative that will have beautification activities. It's called Marianas Village Pride Campaign, an initiative by the Governor's Council of Economic Advisors that reinforces the idea that students and residents are a valuable asset in caring for their villages. Giseo will be working closely with the Mayor's Office of Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. Saipan Mayor David Apatang says Village Pride entails being proud of where you're from through beautifying homes, neighborhoods, streets, schools, community centers, parks, and attractions. There are 5 beautification projects for the Marianas-wide beautification efforts. Adopt a median, where the community can help make the streets, sidewalks, and crosswalks safer and nice by painting. There is also the MVP Village Flag Art Contest, where students are encouraged to design their village flags. The MVP lessons and coloring pages are also targeted to students to have conversations about village pride through lessons. Groups, organizations, and businesses are encouraged to adopt a bus stop for the Bus Stop Beautification Contest. And the MVP Christmas Decorating Contest is for the whole community to clean, beautify, and decorate the village for the holiday season. For more information, you may visit the GISEA website at cinemaeconomy.com. Coming up, we are 254 days away from the Pacific Mini Games of 2022. For more information, please stay tuned.
I got my COVID-19 vaccine. How about you?
Aku also COVID-19 also.
Instead usually if COVID-19 vaccines are good.
I did it for my kids.
I did it for my friends.
I did it for my family.
I did it for you.
I did it.
Let's do it.
Do it for us.
Let's do it together.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Be a part of history. The Pacific Mini Games 2022 is coming to the CNMI and you are invited. Chris Nelson reports.
Sports fan.
Be part of history. Pacific Mini Games is coming to the CNMI.
Be part of history. For the first time, the opportunity to be part of a historic and momentous event is here. The game will welcome thousands of individuals, including athletes, coaches, officials, family from all over the Pacific.
Ben Babauta explains the meaning of the Pacific Mini Games 2022 logo.
It is the main depiction of our logo, our Laddie Stone, and the Moa. The two individuals supporting the red flower headdress, delineating a silhouette of the Laddie Stone to complete the Aligi. The Moa, with 11 flowers, symbolize the 11 Pacific Mini Games to be hosted right here in the Northern Marianas. The red color of the Moa represents our tree, the flame tree. The individual, the blue, the yellow, the green, call for diversity, unity in this large event. With the other two Moa, the individual in the middle, upwards reaches for excellence as champion in their own rights and symbolize the proa. The white lining symbolizes our 14 islands, and the purple silhouette represents the Pacific Ocean that connects all the Pacific Game Association, and is the logo also for the Pacific Game Council.
He also states the vision and mission as host of the 11th Pacific Mini Games.
To promote a unique, friendly, world-class competition and game to develop the sports for the benefit of the people of the Northern Marianas and the territories of the Pacific community. Our mission. The mission is to deliver the vision of the Northern Marianas as a host for the 11 Pacific Mini Games. It is to develop, provide, celebrate a successful and the games in the Pacific in accordance to the philosophy of the Charter and the rules of the International Sports Federation applicable to the sports, including this game, in the best interest of the athlete of the Pacific community.
He vows the CNMI will rise to the challenge.
The Northern Marianas rising to the challenge in fulfilling the commitment as a host and making the Northern Marianas Pacific Mini Games successful. The 11 Pacific Mini Games will attract close to 2,000 athletes, team officials, Pacific Game Association officials from the 24 countries and nation.
And there are business opportunities for local companies.
The Game Organizing Committee are confident that having this event will stimulate the entire Northern Marianas from all these athletes, team officials, game officials from the moment they land on Saipan, staying an average of 10 days, and unveiling to our beautiful island and rich culture and heritage, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars throughout Saipan, Rota, and Tinian.
On Guam, more than 200 deaths have been reported due to COVID, but the booster shots have given hope to the community. KUAM reports.
Half a day CNMI, here's what's making news on Guam. Guam reached a grim milestone Monday night as the island reported 6 more COVID-related fatalities. This brings the total to 204 COVID-related deaths since March of last year. With the arrival of the booster shots, residents like Billy Wong now have an added layer of protection. Wong was one of the many who lined up today at the UOG's Calvo Fieldhouse to receive the Pfizer booster.
And I hope that this devil will be away soon, so the island can back to normal, because now no tourists coming in, everybody is suffering. When we get it, it's got safe for everybody, safe for the island, safe for my family, and also my friend. I think that's just a plus for us.
The UOG vaccination clinic is open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. To make your appointment for your booster shot, you can go to tinyurl.com/vaxguam. In a bipartisan handshake, Democrats from Guam and the Northern Marianas comment on the appointment of Will Castro as the CNMI Office of the Governor's Chief of Staff.
Former Senator Will Castro has formed many relationships with leaders in the CNMI and across the Pacific, and I have worked with him, and he's knowledgeable about the issues we face in the Marianas.
Party members from both sides of the aisle on Guam and Saipan expressing their support for the appointment of Castro as Governor Torres' chief of staff. It comes at a time when CNMI Democrats, which includes Babauta, wage a legislative investigation into the administration's spending, casting some skepticism on the celebration.
I can only speak to my support of his appointment. And yes, JGO hearings are still ongoing. And yes, I am supportive of the JGO committee and our chairwoman. And I am well aware of the ongoing FBI investigations on Governor Torres. And while we will allow that work to continue and that process to unfold, there's still a lot of work to be done in the Marianas. And so it will be in the best interest of the CNMI to have this position filled.
Those interests also reaching the rest of our region. In a letter to Castro Monday evening, Guam Vice Speaker Tina Rose Muñoz Barnes congratulates him and says she wants to collaborate closely, especially on economic solutions for Guam and the NMI.
As we've reported, GOP Chair Juan Carlos Benitez expressed hope that Castro would run for senator on Guam, which would likely conflict with his work and time on Saipan. It's unclear if Castro will remain in the Torres administration if the CNMI government wins re-election next year. Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Hannah Devonzo.
Thank you. Coming up, these boys play like men. Actually, they play better than some men. We'll have that story next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes, that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up. She's gonna descend with control, and from there, just stand tall.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live. Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, badminton has a small but devoted group of followers. Next summer at a gym will serve as host for gold medal competition. Local hopefuls are working out now, gearing up for the Badminton Open. Saturday night under the indoor lights in a newly renovated added gym. This will be the venue for the Pacific Mini Games badminton competition next June. 3 different divisions. Go ahead, play in as many as you can.
Playing singles or doubles? You're single? All 3. Oh, all 3. Oh, there you go. All 3. Single, double, and mix.
The Badminton Association is looking for players for its national team.
This is an individual event, so you have a partner now, you can do a single, so there's doubles, mixed doubles and singles. So now this is you are developing yourself as by yourself, like you're not having a team with you.
This sounds serious that you're getting ready.
Yeah, like we're training players who are actually like potential players who will actually grow like through next year.
That's board member Janelle Pangolinan. She gives us the scoop on this tournament that continues this weekend.
This is the Take Care Badminton Open 2021. We have about 76 members. So there's an average, like times 2 of that is how many games are being played, because how many categories are being played. But on average, people are in 3 categories. So they have the mixed doubles, they're in doubles, and also singles. So that's probably 100, already over 100.
Is this a qualifier for the Pacific Games?
Yes, we're using this as a qualifier for Pacific Games, also to know, like, see potential players too as well.
The gym is looking good now, but it will be even better as it prepares for international competition.
Right now, we're only having tape lines. We're going to have Taroflex, which is a mat that comes out, so it's going to be much nicer. Hi!
Hey, you play badminton? Yeah.
Girls high school volleyball will wrap up next week with a championship chase. The contenders, some of the contenders were in action yesterday. Let's see how they fared. Oh, it always pays off to serve well. Tuesday's round-robin play. Undefeated MHS won in the far court, overwhelming Saipan Southern one thanks to those powerful serves. The Manta Rays were, well, they were struggling to return them. Another serve, another point for the MHS squad. Will face their stiffest test on Thursday when they face also undefeated GCA. That's at 5:30. Mark your calendars. Meanwhile, on the south court, SIS 1 in the near court was schooling their sisters, SIS 2. Ace is the place for their serves. Like the Dolphins, these geckos depend on quality service. SIS 1, currently the 3rd seed, and that's why. Round-robin play continues next week. Championship a week from Friday, October the 15th. GCA 1, 5-time defending champions. MHS before that and SIS before that. So it should be a rousing finale. While the U18 national boys soccer team continues to thrive in the Premier League, let's see how they did in their latest contest.
Get in! After Brian! Kotaro! Brian, clear space there! Sit side, sit side. Teacher ready, Dave ready! Quick sit side.
Coach Mita and the U18 Nationals Sunday afternoon on the K-Ville pitch on the move against Pyrie. Brian Lubau stopped by Alex Magino was still 0-0. The resulting corner kick goes high and headed out by Pyrie. No harm. They kick it out. Whoa, a whiff! Richard Steele steals the ball. That's why they call him Steele. He gets leveled in the box and nada. Seconds later, Kotaro Goto connects, and the Nationals were up 1-0, just 9 minutes into this contest. Trey Dunn tries the long shot. Merrick Tovis smothers the ball like he was taught. There's a foul just outside the goalie's box. Here's their set piece. It ends with a shot that sails over the crossbar. Yanni Burrell, he has the ball deep. Levels one defender, bumps into another, shoots, and there's that Merrick boy again. Steele ahead to Caden Church. Oh, 2 ahead. That's a offsides. End of the first half. Richard gets the ball in front of the net, but Pyrie's defense holds, and the first half ended 1-0 in favor of the Nationals. Second half, Caden Church and Marcus Tovis bang in goals. Final tally, U18 Nationals 3, Pyrie 0. Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735.
Check out the Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym. Shakes are a great meal replacement, and you don't have to be a member to come and grab a quick and healthy lunch. Red Velvet is the Gold's Gym Smoothie of the Month, priced at $5.50. It includes your choice of low-fat or soy milk, protein, strawberries, and Oreos. Just 280 calories, 20 grams of protein, and 60 grams of carbs. Bring your own cup and save 50 cents. The Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym in Garapan. Today's high temperature was 85, the low 78, humidity 77%. Tomorrow it's going to be a rainy day with a lot of overcast. Southeast winds 10 to 15, high 86, low 78. Seas are 5 to 7 feet out there. Sunrise at 7 past 6. High tide in the morning, a low tide in the afternoon. Sunset at 2 past 6. Getting darker earlier these days. That is it for Wednesday's News Sports 11. Thank you for watching. See you back here on, you guessed it, Friday. Good night.